Things women instantly judge you on in the dating world and how to ace them. Alright gentlemen, today we're diving into the delicate art of making a killer first impression on the ladies because let's face it, in the high stakes world of dating, you don't always get a second chance to wow her socks off. But fear not, my fellow romantic hopefuls, I'm about to arm you with the inside scoop on the top things women instantly judge you on, and more importantly, how to ace every single one of them. Now I know what you might be thinking, but wait, shouldn't she be focused on my charming personality and boyish good looks? And sure, those are important too, but the truth is, before she even has a chance to be dazzled by your wit and chiseled jawline, she's already sizing you up based on a few key factors. So whether you are swiping right, sliding into her DMs, or mustering up the courage for an in-person approach, you want to make sure you've got these bases covered. Because trust me gentlemen, when it comes to impressing the fairer sex, the devil is in the details. Now before we dive deeper, if you are looking to level up your dating game, click the link in the description or pinned comment for a free 1-hour strategy chat with our expert coaches. Dress sense. First up, let's talk about the importance of dressing to impress. Now, I'm not saying you need to be decked out in designer threads or have a wardrobe straight out of GQ, but trust me, gentlemen, women notice when you've put in some effort. Think of your outfit as your own personal billboard advertising to the world that you are a man who takes pride in his appearance. It shows that you respect yourself and, more importantly, that you respect her enough to show up looking your best. So what exactly does dressing appropriately entail? Well, it all depends on the occasion. If you are meeting up for a casual coffee date, you might opt for a well-fitted pair of jeans and a crisp button-down. For a fancy dinner reservation, break out the sport coat and some polished dress shoes. The key is to find the sweet spot between overdressed and underdressed. You want to look like you made an effort without coming across as trying too hard. And don't forget the little details like making sure your clothes are wrinkle-free and your shoes are scuff-free. These small touches can make a big difference in showing her that you've got your act together. At the end of the day, your style should be a reflection of your unique personality, but by putting some thought into your outfit choices, you are sending a clear message that you are a man who cares about making a great first impression. And that, my friends, is a surefire way to score some major points in her book. Punctuality. Alright gents, let's move on to the second thing women are judging you on, your punctuality. And let me tell you, showing up on time is about way more than just being a stickler for the clock. When you make a point to be punctual, you are demonstrating that you value and respect her time. It shows that you are a man of your word and that when you say you'll be there at 7 o'clock sharp, you mean business. Think about it this way. If you can't even manage to show up on time for your first date, what kind of message does that send about your reliability in a relationship? Now I know life happens, traffic jams, last minute work emergencies, alien abductions, we've all been there, but here's the thing. If you know you're running late, be sure to communicate that to her as soon as possible. A quick text or phone call letting her know your ETA can go a long way in showing that you respect her time and didn't just leave her hanging. And when you do finally make your grand entrance, be sure to apologise for the delay and thank her for her patience. A little bit of acknowledgement can work wonders in getting your date back on track. So remember gentlemen, punctuality is the ultimate wingman. Show up on time every time and watch as she takes notice of your dependability and respect for her precious time. Posture and body language. Next up, let's dive into the secret language of body talk. That's right gents, before you even open your mouth, your posture and body language are already speaking volumes to your date. Picture this, you spot her across the room and make your way over to say hello, but as you approach, your shoulders are slumped, your hands are shoved in your pockets and your eyes are darting around like you are planning an escape route. Not exactly the picture of confidence, right? Now imagine the same scenario, but you're standing this time tall with your shoulders back, making warm direct eye contact and offering a genuine smile. Suddenly you are exuding an air of self-assurance that's simply magnetic. The truth is, women are naturally drawn to men who carry themselves with confidence. It's a sign that you are comfortable in your own skin and that you are not afraid to take on the world, or at least the dinner menu. So how can you make sure your body language is sending the right signals? Start by being mindful of your posture. Stand up straight, keep your head held high, and don't be afraid to take up some space. When you are sitting, avoid crossing your arms or legs, as this can come across as closed off or defensive. Instead, keep your posture open and relaxed, leaning in slightly to show you are engaged in the conversation. And don't forget the power of eye contact. Locking eyes with your date not only shows that you are interested in what she has to say, but also creates an instant sense of connection and intimacy. Confidence level. Alright fellas, let's talk about the C word. word, confidence. And no, I don't mean that C word. I'm talking about that magic ingredient that can take you from average Joe to irresistible heartthrob in her eyes. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I'm not naturally confident. I get nervous, I stumble over my words, I have more butterflies in my stomach than a Lepidopterist convention, and that's okay. Confidence isn't about being a smooth-talking Casanova 24/7. It's about believing in yourself and your own self-worth. Women can spot a man who's comfortable in his own skin from a mile away. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak about your passions and goals, and the way that you treat others with respect and kindness. But here's the thing, gents, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. You don't want to come across as cocky or self-absorbed like you're God's gift to women. That's a surefire way to watch your eyes glaze over faster than you can say, check please. Instead, focus on cultivating a quiet, understated confidence. Speak with conviction, but also be willing to listen and learn from others. Don't be afraid to poke fun at yourself or admit when you are wrong. Showing a little vulnerability can actually be a sign of true strength. At the end of the day, confidence is about being unapologetically yourself while still being open to growth and feedback. So stand tall, own your quirks, and let your unique personality shine through. Trust me, she'll take notice and she'll like what she sees. I hope you're finding today's video helpful. If so, let me know by hitting the like button or dropping a comment. And don't forget, if you would like some one-on-one advice from one of our coaches, you can get a free 1-hour strategy call by following the pinned comment. Maturity. Gentlemen, it's time to put on your big boy pants and talk about the importance of maturity in the dating game. And no, I don't just mean being able to legally rent a car or grow a beard that doesn't look like patchy peach fuzz. When women talk about wanting a mature man, they are looking for someone who has his act together both emotionally and intellectually. It's about being responsible, reliable, and able to handle life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Think about it this way. Do you want to be the guy who throws a temper tantrum when the restaurant gets his order wrong, or the guy who calmly addresses the issue with the waiter and moves on with the evening? Do you want to be the guy who constantly complains about his job and blames others for his problems, or the guy who takes ownership of his life and works towards his goals? Women are drawn to men who exhibit emotional intelligence and stability. They want a partner who can communicate openly and honestly, who can handle conflict without resorting to childish games or silent treatment. But maturity isn't just about being serious all the time. It's also about knowing when to let loose and have fun without crossing the line in reckless or irresponsible behavior. So how can you show her that you are a mature, well-rounded individual? Start by being reliable and following through on your commitments. Take responsibility for your actions and own up to your mistakes. And don't be afraid to show your vulnerable side. Being in touch with your emotions is a sign of true strength. Sense of humor. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about the power of a good sense of humor, because let's face it, gentlemen, life is too short to take yourself too seriously all the time. Now, I'm not saying you need to be a stand-up comedian or have a repertoire of dad jokes that would make even the most stoic of fathers groan. Being able to laugh at yourself. Find the humor in everyday situations, and make her smile is a skill that will serve you well in both dating and life. Women are naturally drawn to men who can make them laugh, and it shows that you don't take yourself too seriously, that you are able to find joy in the little things, and that you know how to have a good time. But here's the thing, there's a big difference between being funny and being obnoxious. No one wants to be with a guy who's constantly cracking crude jokes or making insensitive comments in the name of humor. It's all about finding that balance between being playful and being respectful. So how can you show off your winning sense of humor without crossing the line? Start by being observant and finding the humor in everyday situations. Don't be afraid to poke fun at yourself or share embarrassing stories. It shows that you are confident enough to not take yourself too seriously. And remember, humor is all about timing and delivery. A well-placed witty comment or a clever pun can go a long way in making her laugh and breaking the ice. At the end of the day, a good sense of humor is about bringing more light and laughter into your interactions. So don't be afraid to let your playful side shine, just always make sure it's in good taste. And there you have it. Now that you know what you're being judged on, what's next for you? Discover the signs she's claiming her interest in you, or learn what leaves a woman thinking about you non-stop. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.